Hey everyone, just gonna wait for some people to come in. All right, just waiting for some people to come in. Um, we tried to do this live stream earlier, but we had another technical issue with my computer. But we're back, so we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna do some stuff while I'm waiting for some people to come in. If you watching the replete, skip over to when we actually do the actual topics. That's my washing machine. Y'all hear anything? That's my washing machine. Doing a little washing. All right, today we're supposed to be talking about the LDBC. So we tried to do something earlier, but we had some issues. So are we finally fixed some of the recent issues we were having earlier this evening. Hope I'm not missing anybody. If anyone has showed up. Hey Craig, what's up? Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Hey Martha Doan, what's going on? We tried to do it earlier, but we had some technical issues. So we fixed this stuff. Yeah, we had some technical issues earlier, but we got them fixed. How was y'all day so far, those who are here? Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn how to do some of this stuff further. Hey, Nikki, what's up? Today we're going to talk about the LDBC. So, all right, we got 6 people watching. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We got 6 people watching. So, first of all, for those of you that are new to my segment called Support These Platforms and Channels, I know the title looks iffy. I have to fix something to do with editing late of the title later after the live stream. But anyway, it's where I talk about people's channels, to help them get subscribers. Because I figure that it's our time to support each other as much as possible. And I try to help people, learn some new people on YouTube and on social media, and to check out channels. So mostly today's episode is going to mostly be like sports, but they do also talk about social issues. It's called the LDBC. Peace, Gigi, peace, Corey, the Black Vegan. We tried to do it earlier. We even had one of the affiliates here, but then we had the technical issues. I'm trying to see if we can get them back. Gigi, I did talk about what I was planning to do when it comes to this, with the support these channels and platforms. So anyway, before we get started, my last 2 episodes, episodes 9 and 10, were mostly focused on members of the LDBC. So, let's see here. I'm going to show you the different parts. Right. By the way, if you want to check out the different parts, later on in the future, I'll check them out. But I did part 1. I talked about people like Town Business and Callie. Here are some of the names: Callie and Blues Blood Sports TV. And several others. Then I started talking about, and this is me, by the way. Hold on. On part 10 is where I started talking about people like Fanon showed up. We also talked about John Boxon, Goodfellas. I think I talked about Town Business again. Also talked about Quest. Well, I think I talked about Quest on the first part, and some of these other people as well. So this third and final part, we're going to talk about people like World Baker Fighter, Beverly Rose. I'm trying to find her name. All right, yeah. We'll talk about her. And then we're going to talk about this thing right here. It's called the Smoke City Mobcast. And if you want to, we might talk about some of these other channels. So, and but also make sure you go to these different links and subscribe to these people. We also know that Underrated Darkness is an affiliate. So, oh, sorry about that. So I'm gonna click off my screen real quick. That was a previous video version, but we had to cut that one off. So I'm about to. Hey crew, how y'all doing? Hey, if y'all, oh, you already subscribed to all them channels? Okay, that's good. Anyone who's yet to subscribe to those channels, make sure you try to subscribe to them. Also, make sure you share them so that some of your friends or family members or your followers on social media try to subscribe to them, check them out and stuff. So basically, the LDBC stands for the Lions Den Boxing Community, or sometimes the Lions Den's basketball community, and basically they talk about different topics involving both boxing and basketball. So you're going to be hearing a lot of sports stuff, but they do also talk about some social issues. So we're going to talk about as many of them. Some may have been talked about from my previous episode. Others, I've now just decided to talk about them. So, and this is going to be like the third and final part. But even though this will be the third and final part, if LDBC channels happen to come up in the future, I'll talk about them in future episodes, even if it where I talk about other different random people. So let's get started, shall we? First, I'm going to share my screen real quick. And majority of the day, I'll be using this tab. And then you get to see me look at your chats and stuff sometimes. All right, we got 9 people. That's great. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of these individuals. All right. Let's talk about someone I didn't talk about in the last one. We're going to start with this man right here. So that, oops, sorry. Hold on. I think it'll be better if I do this. So this is C8CSH Combat Sports. So this is one of the affiliates, and like I said, they talk about boxing. They also talk about some of the bias or the politics behind the scenes of boxing, and or other sport, but mostly boxing, because they're like a big giant boxing community. So now he did this video recently because there's been a lot of racists and haters who have been attacking the LDBC because they got haters and racists and stuff. So we're going to hear what he has to say about what's going on. So
one person has the same thought. That's right.
Hold on. Here we go.
All right. LDBC, the mighty LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. All right, guys. Forgive me. My voice is still a bit raspy. You know, I'm talking about when I lost my voice, that thing went. And that's just the way that is. So, you know, now the new narrative after, you know, Fred confronted Andre Ward, right? Now the new narrative is, okay.
Sorry about that. You know what? I think it'll be a good idea to just separate. So I'm going to take this off real quick. I'm going to click off my screen. And then Sorry about that, folks. Click off my screen. Apologize. We want to try this one last time. There we go. Once again, I want to apologize. There we go. So yeah, I guess we're going to be just clicking off my screen up and down every once in a while. All right, now we're going to try this again. So here we go. Here we go.
All right. LDBC, the mighty LDBC. Is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. All right, guys. Forgive me. My voice is still a bit raspy. You know, I'm talking about when I lost my voice, that thing went. And that's just the way that is. So, you know, now the new narrative after, you know, Fred confronted Andre Ward, right? Now the new narrative is, okay, Andre Ward shuts down LDBC reporter. Andre Ward shuts down, you know, I don't know, y'all call him Fred all kind of names, but that's okay. It's okay. So let me get this straight now. Every black person that agrees with the LDBC, they're in the LDBC. I'm trying to understand this. Every black person that agrees with the LDBC's logic, they automatically in the LDBC. How does that work? And see, you guys, you fair and balanced, you guys in the FBBC, the fair and balanced boxing community. You guys try to tell me that y'all don't think about race. I mean, is that what y'all trying to tell me that? This is the same reason why I became a member of the LDBC, because of this right here. Because what y'all do is y'all try to group all black people together. Y'all try to group us together, okay? And that's what y'all do. Okay, cool. No worry. That's why. So I remember a lot of y'all 2 years ago, man, y'all used to send me these long messages, these long emails, Coach. You're doing yourself and your channel disservice, man, by associating with the LDBC. I remember that. But then I started to wonder, did you guys ask those people that's actually going around, you know, they got racists and all these people in their comment threads, dropping M-bombs and monkeys and apes? Did y'all send them a long email telling them that? Or did y'all send these guys an email that run these channels that's allowing this stuff on their channels, right? Did y'all send them a long email telling them that they're doing their channel a disservice? Y'all ain't do that. See, now I get it. So every black person that has the same mind process, or that thinks they have the same opinion as LDBC, they automatically LDBC. See, some of y'all are so ignorant, man. And y'all say we don't do research? Really? So we don't do research. But if y'all research, y'all know that Fred Hawthorne actually is not in the LDBC. He's an affiliate of the LDBC. I mean, we rock with Fred Hawthorne heavy. We done had some knockout, drag out wars with Fred Hawthorne. So let me get this straight, okay? Any black person, this is what y'all saying. Any black person that agrees with the LDBC, automatically the LDBC because they black. Huh? How does that go? How does that go? You know, and it's amazing. It's amazing that some of you dudes, y'all channels was barely pushing 1,000 subs. Some of y'all couldn't even get to 1,000. And then when you guys started talking about more and more LDBC channels, what happened? Explosion. You guys start to have this exponential growth. I wonder why. It's telling you that the mighty LDBC is that much more powerful. But see, y'all will come up with narratives. See, y'all see something, or y'all see a black person say something, and then automatically it's the whole LDBC. It's everybody. Because see, what you guys do is you guys deep down inside of you, that racism live in you. And that's why y'all try to group all black people together. And it's subtle. You see, what y'all don't want to be is you don't want to be reminded of how racist you really are. And you know, it's a shame. It's a shame that when one person that's black has an opinion, then y'all begin to believe that that's the opinion of all black people. And that's just not, it's not kosher. So, okay, cool. But don't ask me why, you know, well, why do I feel associated with the LDBC? There's too many racist people, man. And I'm starting to, now I've started cutting off, what channels I listen to. I just start cutting that stuff off, man, because You know what, man? I'm starting to notice something about just people in general. See, people will tell you exactly, you know, who they are, but then you start to find out who they're not. And all of you fair and balanced, the LDBC, all of you guys in the fair and balanced boxing community, y'all guys are just as biased. There are just as many races over there as you appear to think that's over here in the LDBC. I mean, that's what y'all think. That's what y'all think. I mean, so y'all think that Andre Ward checked somebody. See, let me tell you something. What do a lot of you guys know about racism? Because you know the majority of y'all don't have to experience that. And don't tell me you do. Don't tell me that when you go somewhere, people not looking at you. People don't have a camera put on you. People not following you around the store. People don't follow you around the grocery store. They try to make it look like, you know, they putting stuff on the shelves. Don't try to say that. Don't try to say that. Don't try to say that these people, you know, don't try to say that you know what racism is. Don't try to say that you understand when the police come to your neighborhood and the police themselves are breaking the laws in these neighborhoods. The police themselves are messing with the teenage girls in the neighborhood, the young teenage that they perceive as thoughts. The cops, don't tell me you know what that is. Don't tell me you understand when somebody calling you the N-word. Don't tell me you understand it, because you don't. You don't understand. And that's the problem with y'all. Y'all always make these blanket videos about us, and y'all don't even know what the hell going on. You don't even understand what you're making a video about. You're an outsider looking in. You're never going to understand what it's like to be a black person. You're just not. No matter how much you try to, you know, gauge it from your own viewpoint, you're not going to understand. But when you guys group all black people together because one person has the same thought, that's racist. That right there, my friend, is racist. And it's amazing that, you know, on my channel, man, I have so many different people on here. I have so many different nationalities on here. Because me, you know what? I don't have an issue. I've never had an issue with anybody. I like, y'all got the issue with black people. For what? Y'all got the issue with us. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Because y'all don't want us to have our own opinion. And I know that's what it is. You don't want us to have an opinion. You get upset when black people have an opinion. That's just how it is. So now what? Now what? So everybody make a video, everybody do something, they're going to be LDBC. But you guys can't produce nothing, man. Y'all don't produce anything. Y'all don't produce nothing. Y'all don't even talk about the example of people that saying stuff. One channel, Fred Hawthorne, right? He's LDBC? No, he's not. Y'all might want to get y'all lives together. An affiliate does not mean that the person is with you. But see, I'm going to tell you how y'all know that. Because y'all have seen some of the knockout, drag out fights. And then you put up the videos the LDBC is fighting internally. Notice how y'all do that, man. Guys, the LDBC, we're still here. No matter what you do, no matter how many videos you produce, some of y'all putting LDBC in the title, and now y'all channel's grown. Imagine that. Imagine that. But y'all are fair and balanced, right? You're fair and balanced. No, I think a lot of y'all are fair. You're fair racist. And that, well, that's not the way that is. That's just how the truth works.
All right. So, 1 second. That was CSH Combat Zone. Like I said, they have enemies who are racist, and he just called them out. So here's what I'm about to do for y'all. All right. Like I said earlier, his link should be check in the description box or comment section for his links. But I can also give you a link to his channel right now as well. So And like I said, if anyone wants to come on the panel, there should be links, either Google Hangout, y'all emails, or the YouTube message area, or if you want to come on in. But hey, Lawrence Williams. Oh, you have a channel? That's good. All right, but here's the link. If you're not subscribed to CSH, here's the link to his channel if you're not subscribed to him. This is for anyone who wants to be subscribed to him. Also remember to look for his name in the comment section or the description box, or whenever you watch the replay. So all right, so now let's do our next. First, about to click off the screen real quick, and then we're going to get on with our next individual. All right. Our next individual we're going to talk about today is let's see, Jimmy. Now, he's actually affiliate, not a full member, but affiliate. We're going to talk about some of the affiliates too. And we had him in our live stream yesterday. Our live stream I had yesterday. So we're going to do his channel. So all right. So I'm going to try to do a couple. Which ones do I want to talk about? All right, let's do this one called Black People Stop Leaving Your Kids Unsupervised. Let's do this one, shall we?
Live directive. This part of the instruction board live directive full effect after 8:32. Y'all already know how JJ Smooth do. Shout out to my brother Tariq Nasheed. He his page, and it was a confrontation between black kids and a white woman in a white supremacist brandishing a pistol. You know what happened was. A white woman accused some children of running over her foot. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm pretty sure this is an accidental situation. This happened either in the city of Miami or the Miami area. And it looks to me these kids were not trying to have no harm whatsoever. I mean, that's the way it appeared. I think it was like an innocent situation, or this woman was pretty much reaching. But whatever happened in this situation, black people, stop leaving your kids unsupervised. I don't know what happened in this situation. I can't too much speak on it, but stop leaving your kids unsupervised. That situation could have went a whole nother way. You know, and I'm pretty sure had not been no filming, then it probably would have went left. But the fact that it was probably filming, I think he probably thought twice and be like, okay, I'm not gonna shoot these nigger kids, for lack of a better term. But at any rate, please stop leaving your kids unsupervised. Black people, just stop leaving your kids unsupervised, especially in these streets. You know, where these dudes are looking for, these white supremacists are looking for easy targets. You know, let's stop leaving your kids unsupervised. I mean, it's a lot of shit to get into in Miami, and it could have been a whirlwind of shit. I mean, black people, how fucking dumb can we be to sit up here and fucking continue to leave our kids unsupervised with these white supremacist devils? You know, we need to cut that dumb shit out. We gotta quit doing dumb shit like that. And we gotta supervise our kids a lot better than what we've been doing. You know, in this racial climate, where being black is the target. Being black is just basically a gateway to whoop some ass for white supremacists and other white supremacist mascots. Just stop leaving your kids vulnerable like that. You know, I'm just getting sick of this dumb shit. Black people gotta stop doing this dumb shit. It don't make no damn sense. So
all right, that was Jimmy. So yeah, he's talking about the incident that happened. I believe it was during Martin Luther King. So I want to know what y'all think in the comment section, though. So. All right, so right now I'm going to put his, but like I said, also make sure to check his so I'm gonna make sure y'all check his channel out to see if you want to subscribe to him. That's the link to his channel. So you said, Lawrence, that you have a boxing channel. Maybe I'll talk about it, but this is mostly LDBC. But maybe on the next video, I'll talk about your channel, Lawrence, once I check it out. All right. So next, we're going to talk about this next individual. I think I talked about him in the first part, but for those who may not know him, we're going to talk about his channel anyway. Great. So, all right, hold on. All right, here it is. This is Cali Enigma Boxing. So this is another one of my favorite channels. He's just talking boxing. So let's see what video we're going to pick from him. Yeah, he's actually interviewed boxers. You could tell, but let's see. Now this one I like. This talks about when Luis Ortiz decided to duck. Well, I mean, not Anthony Joshua, or should I say Ashley Joshua, a British boxer who's a champ, decided to duck a fighter named Luis Ortiz, Deontay Wilder, or Tyson Fury to pick a weaker fighter like Big Baby Miller. So we're going to talk about this. This one is kind of funny, too, because I like this video, so I'm gonna do this video instead. So I'm gonna do this video right now.
I'm not gonna get excited.
Hold on.
Yo, it's the Cali Enigma. Anthony Joshua is gonna do it. He's gonna go ahead and prove everyone right and prove that he's an actual coward. He turned out $80 million guaranteed for 2 fights with Deontay Wilder to make pennies in order to fight Jarrell Miller. I told y'all that boy is anti-smoke zone. He's in an anti-smoke zone. He don't want no smoke with nobody. He don't want to fight no killers. And I'll tell you more after these messages.
I want some peanuts, nigga. Elephants, painting pictures. How do you train a gorilla? On the shake bananas in it, feeding the lion.
Anthony Joshua decided to go ahead and fight Jarrell Big Baby Miller. And it looked like he's going to be in Brooklyn. I thought it was going to be in Madison Square Garden, but it looked like he's going to be in Brooklyn. He's going to fight Jarrell Miller instead of fighting Deontay Wilder. He should have fought Deontay Wilder in September of last year. He didn't want to. Why? Matter of fact, yeah, he turned out $80 million. This dude turned out all kind of money to fight Jarrell Miller, man. And y'all telling me this dude trying to fight killer? He ain't trying to fight no killer, man. But why do y'all think he was ready to vacate the WBA title with Luis Ortiz? This dude don't want to fight no killer. He don't even like the new and improved Dillian White. Anthony Joshua is a buster, man. A buster. A fraud, a phony, a coward. Man, he's just a straight up bum, man. Dude don't want to. A man is a track star, man. Anthony Joshua is a track star. Now, before you guys go and saying that he's a bum, no, I'm not going by a bum, by that he can't fight. Anthony Joshua can fight. Anthony Joshua can fight, but there's definitely some strategic movement around with this guy. You guys are talking about the other dude. All these dudes duck at. Man, get out of here. No one believes you after Anthony Joshua turned out $80 million guaranteed. No one believes you. You don't even believe this. But you idiots continue to come back and try to perpetrate a fraud, selling straight wolf tickets, because that's what y'all do. Y'all sell wolf tickets. That's what Eddie Hearn sells y'all, wolf tickets. Some of y'all believe it, but most of y'all know it's fake. You don't ride with Anthony Joshua no matter what. You don't care. It doesn't matter what he does. And it's proof that this dude is a straight clown, man. That he ain't trying to fight nobody. But it doesn't matter on you guys' behalf. You guys don't care. Your whole mentality is let's protect AJ at all costs. Because Anthony Joshua runs away from fades. He don't want no fade, man. You're like, no, mommy, I don't want to fight no fade. No, you don't want to fight Deontay Wilder. No, I don't want to fight Luis Ortiz. No, I'm not going to Luis Ortiz and exist. I've been sprinting for Luis Ortiz for a long time. Luis Ortiz, Deontay Wilder, I've been ducking him for years. I didn't want to fight Chesterfield either. No, I wanted to stay away from him. I would have been a British domestic fighter for a long time. But good. But I didn't want to. No, once Tyson Fury left, I made my mind up. I was going to try to, collect all these belts by fighting bums. This is what I like. I want to fight bums. I want to fight bums the rest of my career. I want to fight bums the rest of my career. That's what he does. That's what he wants. This dude ain't trying to fight nobody, man. Anthony Joshua coming to New York to hide away from killers. From killers. Then why she gonna play that to me? Deontay Wilder, I want you to come fight me in the UK. Now I came to the States. I can't. You'll fight on his own, dude. You're fighting on his own. No one cares. You're gonna be seen on the act that no one's gonna watch, man. Look, for all the people that now I do plan to get this on. I still haven't gotten it yet. I don't know why I just haven't been. I mean, I thought I was gonna get it, then I'm like, I don't feel like getting it that badly. It's not a rush. So I'm gonna wait. I mean, there ain't nothing I want to see coming up right now on the zone. Still got you got some trash bag fights coming up that I do not have to see. So I think I'm gonna wait until I think I'm gonna wait till Canelo and Danny Jacobs to get it. That's what I'm gonna wait to get it. But I'm not gonna get it yet. It's just not worth getting it. On the fights that have been on there suck. Absolutely suck, man. And shameful. Shameful, man. Those fights ain't worth nothing, man. So there's no reason for me to even get motivated to even want to watch that garbage. I have no interest in watching that garbage. Zero interest in watching them terrible fights that Anthony Joshua, well, not just Anthony Joshua, but that's been on the zone, man. I want to see two trash bag fighters go at it. That does nothing for me. And Eddie Hearn's bum bash cards that he provides the UK on a regular basis. I'm just not going to watch that garbage. I mean, it does nothing for me. It doesn't. But I will watch Danny Jacobs versus Canelo Alvarez. I'll get the zone for that, but not until then. Don't care about Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Miller. That's a book. I think that Anthony Joshua gonna blow him away. I actually root for Anthony Joshua in this fight, but only because he talked about his mom. If it wasn't for his mom, I wouldn't care who won. That's just how I feel. I would not care who won that fight. But he disrespected Anthony Joshua's mom. I'm completely against that. I don't like that. There's no reason for him to do that. So we'll see what's gonna happen, man. I personally, I'm just not excited about this. Not whatsoever, man. This does nothing for me. Nothing for me at all, man. Excuse the noise in the background. At work, man. But it does nothing for me. I mean, I'm not going to get excited about Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Miller, man. For what? I mean, I guess it's possible for Miller to win, but Miller's fought nobody. He's fought nobody. Literally nobody. Why should I get excited about Jarrell Miller and Anthony Joshua? Jarrell Miller fought nobody. And that's why they took this fight. In reality, no matter what you guys say, and when Anthony Joshua come back, like, I'm going to offer you a flat fee. He's going to offer Deontay Wilder a flat fee. That's what he kept offering. He ain't trying to fight nobody, man. The first Wilder, he knew Wilder wasn't going to fight him right now that he wanted to fight. That's why he tried to make the fight, because he knew Wilder was trying to make the fight. But was going to try to make the fight a rematch with Tyson Fury. So that's why Anthony Joshua said, this is the opportunity for me to pretend like I want to fight Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Because that's how they get down over there at Duck Room. Duck Room. That's how they get down at Duck Room, man. AKA Cowards Are Us. They duck fades on a regular basis over there, man. Whether it's him or Dillian White, they enjoy it over there. That's how they get down, man. They love ducking fades over there, man. It's disgusting. So I have no interest in seeing, you know what I'm saying? I have no interest, or I would like to say interest, but I'm not excited about Jarrell Miller versus Anthony Joshua. For what? Jarrell Miller's fought nobody. Literally no one. He's fought no one, man. No one. Yet, and still, we're going to get this anyway. We're going to get Jarrell Miller versus Anthony Joshua. And people are going to act like people in America get excited. They're going to promote the hell out of this fight, though. I know they're going to try. They're going to try their best. We're going to see how it does. I don't see it doing very well. Anthony Joshua don't have too much name recognition over here. And Jarrell Miller doesn't sell. So no one cares. This dude coming over here turned down $80 million guaranteed against Deontay Wilder. The fight Deontay Wilder. Dude gonna take this. He's supposed to take this huge pay cut. I don't believe it. I told you guys before. I know that organics over herbal supplements sent me a little thing. Man, I don't believe that, man. I don't. And I don't believe this dude is gonna take. This dude gonna make like $1.5 million or something like that for this fight. I don't believe that, man. I just don't. I don't believe he's gonna do that, man. I don't. I just don't believe that he's making that much money to take. It's not a huge pay cut. That's why he's taking this fight. And it's sweet. And he feels like it's a guaranteed victory. He likes the matchup. He feels like he don't feel like he'll go in there and knock Jarrell Miller out. Jarrell Miller's fought nobody on this level. No one. But people are like, whoa, what is Ortiz go? Man, come on, man. How many y'all gonna pick Jarrell Miller over Luis Ortiz? Of course you wouldn't. And if you do, you're an idiot. Or you're looking for a reason for Anthony Joshua or you trying to come with for Anthony Joshua to duck a fade, which Luis Ortiz would have been a much cheaper option. But Anthony Joshua don't want to be in no real danger. Jarrell Miller didn't have a lot of power. So Anthony Joshua feels good about this fight. This is the fight he wanted to make. They talked about this fight back in 2017. They talked about this fight back in 2017. He's finally going to make his US debut. He just wasn't going to do it against Wilder. Even for a gargantuan amount of money, he wouldn't fight Deontay Wilder in the States. Unbelievable, man. Man, I don't want to hear this BS no more from you guys, man. All you idiots who continue to condone this kind of behavior, man, you're a moron. You're a moron. You're all morons thinking that this is fantastic. This dude dunked Deontay Wilder. And don't try to act like, oh, who's trying to fight? No, man, he knew Deontay Wilder was trying to fight Tyson Fury. Dude declined $80 million. $80 million. And just to let you know, if you coming in, you try to deny it with all the evidence out there, man, I'm blocking your ass. That's how they're going right back to it again. You get put right on the block list. You come in the comment section with the ignorance, blocked. Yeah, I was trying to tell you, you people are so stupid, man. It's just like, man, you can't reason with idiots. And or when it's you want, I was going to say, well, I think it's not really being stupid. You guys intentionally come up there and spam and mislead. Intentionally. That's what you do. You intentionally spam and mislead because your job is to protect. Your job is to go all out of your way to protect Anthony Joshua. That's your job. You don't want Anthony Joshua to fight Deontay Wilder at all. So we'll see after he fights Gerald Miller. Then we're gonna see what is gonna happen, man. We definitely gonna see what's gonna happen. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. But I do know that I do expect Anthony Joshua. I expect Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn and them to wait to find out when Tyson Fury and Wilder, because I think they're going to want to have this fight after Wilder. They ain't going to want to have this fight beforehand because they don't want Wilder and Fury to squash him. Because the Wilder Fury card, no one's going to care. People don't want to see Wilder Fury. That people are excited about that fight. They ain't excited about Joshua and Miller. No one gives a damn. He gives zero fucks about Joshua and Miller. Zero. No one was calling for that fight. No one was. No one called for that fight in America at all. No one asked for that fight in America. No one talks about Big Baby Miller in America. No one does. Now, we don't even talk about Joshua, let alone, but Joshua gets more discussion than Gerald Miller. No one talks about Big Baby Miller in America. He gets no discussion. He doesn't know what to be. He doesn't come on first take. No one cares about Big Baby Miller. For real. No one talks about this dude in life. No one cares about him, man. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm serious. This dude has no following at all. Luis Ortiz has a bigger following than the Big Baby Miller by a wide margin. No one discusses this dude, Big Baby Miller, at all. Anthony Joshua should have fought Luis Ortiz in America. Could have fought him in Brooklyn, could have fought him in Miami, could have fought him in LA, Las Vegas. Doesn't matter. Could have fought him and people would have watched. But then again, Anthony Joshua felt like if he fights Luis Ortiz.
All right, we're going to stop from here because we don't want to take up all the time. That was just one of his videos. That one was the one I really liked for a couple weeks ago. And like I said, he does interviews with fighters. Here's him doing an interview with a fighter by the name of or he looks at different videos where he talks to. All right, so here's one of them.
You know, man, told him my nigga, man, just hope he come out good, come out safe, man.
So this talks about the Tekashi 6ix9ine and 21 Savage situation.
Best wishes. Yeah, we had to ask you on some real street nigga shit, man. You know what was.
Okay, the man actually, it looks like Kelly is doing one of interviews by Town Business, but that's someone we'll talk about later. But that's who that guy you're now hearing now. Now this guy is a boxer by the name of Adrian Broner, and the guy whose voice you just hear but you don't see his face is Town Business. But we'll talk about him later.
What's your opinion on Tekashi, man? We heard he been dropping more dimes than Steph Curry.
I don't know, man. I don't get into all that. You know, I just the best for him.
What about 21 Savage, man?
Yeah, they trying to bar my man out the U.S., man. That's fucked up. That's my boy. I fuck with him. Matter of fact, before they got him, he had just called me. We were supposed to meet in Atlanta. We were supposed to meet last week. Bullshit too.
Yeah, that shit came out of nowhere, man.
No,
Nobody
left
didn't
field,
even know the dude wasn't even from here. So, you know, we asking the real nigga to, you know, the real on the shit, because we, you know, most niggas ain't gonna talk about this shit because, you know, they worried about, you know, bad publicity and speaking on shit like this, but we knew you was gonna give us the real shit.
Yeah, so what about him being from Britain, bro? Anthony Joshua territory.
Now that
You really from Cincinnati, right?
You ain't for the UK owners, bro.
You ain't for that. Y'all ain't for that for no tea and crumpets.
now that's Cali. Cali you just heard.
And Robert East Machine, Ohio representing.
What's up, P Money? We're just showing Cali's videos, and then I'm going to share a link. Also, you can look to the link to his channel to subscribe to on the description box and comment section. But I think I'm going to stop from here. All right, so I'm going to stop from here, and I'm just going to give you the link to his channel. So here it is. So gonna click off the screen. So now we're gonna move on to our next individual. Since you heard his voice, we're going to talk about one of my favorite members of the LDBC. And this individual is none other than Town Business from Oakland. So we're going to talk about, let's see, we're going to pick a video. I'm going to actually pick a couple videos. So the first one I want to do is the one about this one right here, about the Jussie Smollett situation that's you know, he claimed he was attacked by Trump supporters, and then they're now saying that he could be lying. All right, so here we go. Sorry about that.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you know what? I've been playing this situation by ear. I've just been waiting to see how things are going to turn out with this situation. But I think now that it's time to speak on this situation, and it's very disturbing from what I've been hearing now that some things are coming out. Now, I want to talk about the situation with Jussie Smollett from the show Empire, who plays the openly gay character Jamal Lyons. Now, as you guys know, I did one report on this, and I decided not to do another report until basically more things came out about the story. Now, he was apparently or allegedly, whatever the case may be, attacked in Chicago, and said that basically he was a victim of a racial / homophobic crime, that he got beat up because he was black and gay. And a lot of people, you know, roll for him. Didn't matter whether they was straight, whether they was gay. They saw this dude. Like I said, Joseph Smollett, I really don't care about his sexuality. That ain't my problem. That ain't my issue. At the end of the day, he's still a black man. And that's what his identification say. He's a black man. So I still care about him and his well-being. I don't want to see him get hurt because of his skin color or his sexuality. Because like I said, I don't have no problem with gay people. I have issues with some of the shit that they try to pull, some of them, as a whole. You know, but as far as a person's sexuality, I don't have no problem with a dude being gay or a woman being gay or whatever the case may be. You do you. You do what makes you happy. But at the same time, respect me if I'm not going the same direction you're going. Real talk. Now, with that being said, there are some inconsistencies starting to come out about his story, about people poured bleach on him and they put a noose around his neck. And the funny thing is, they can't find any footage of the assailants, basically the perpetrators who attacked this dude. He said they were white and all this type of shit, but they can't seem to find no camera footage. Now, we all know when it comes to anything happening to brothers, as far as the police go, it's not unusual for somehow the cameras and the footage to come up missing. But at the end of the day, this is a crime being committed against a person, and it's not by the police. So of course the police gonna try to somewhat figure out what's going on. But see, here's the problem where people are sort of like going, Now, this area that, you know, Smollett said he was attacked in is a well-off area for, in particularly black people, from what they say. And also they say there's a lot of gay people in that community also. So they sort of like saying it's like a possible black version of the Castro in San Francisco. And if you're from the Bay Area, you know what the Castro is in San Francisco. No need to go deep into that. So that's why people are saying, wait a minute, you got attacked in that area? That doesn't make any kind of sense. So now people are saying that this dude may have lied and he did this as a publicity stunt. I don't know whether he got a movie coming out besides Empire or he got a new album coming out, but now people are like, hey man, your story not adding up, bro. That doesn't make any kind of sense what you're saying. Now, until, you know, it's proven otherwise that he lied, I'm going to say, okay, he's a victim. But I will say this much. If in fact it comes out that he lied, when I say the type of damage he may have just done to the black community and people from the gay community will be what you call opportunity for the white supremacists and the people who are in support of hate crimes to come in full force. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. There'll be 20 crimes just rapidly all around the U.S. where you're going to hear about black people getting beat up by white supremacists, jumped and attacked. And you may see and hear about several cases where you got gay people that got beat up because they were gay. And what's going to happen is they're going to disregard them because they're going to discredit them because, one, keep in mind, Smollett is black. So they will do whatever it takes to discredit a black person at all costs. When I say he will open up the floodgate for numerous attacks to possibly happen, and he will have to take some kind of accountability because they're going to disregard him. Because when they say, hey, man, I got attacked by these people because I'm black or whatever the case may be, I'm gay and black and gay or whatever, they're going to say, yeah, well, remember the dude from Empire? Remember what happened with him? And then the police will be hesitant to do something about it. So he needs to realize that this is a publicity stunt or whatever the case may be, whether he lied. He needs to understand the ramifications, what may happen due to the fact that he was dishonest. Because some people believe he possibly went out there to meet somebody. It didn't go his way, or whatever the case may be. That he went out there to trick, or whatever the case may be, and he possibly may have got robbed. But you know, he might be feeling some kind of way. But if he went to the extreme to make up a story like this, like I keep saying, when I say that his career is at risk and in jeopardy because of this, it is. When I say the damage that he may have caused and done to the black community, like I said, it's gonna be, man. You just gotta go, man. Because like I say, there will be plenty of attacks. It's gonna open up the floodgate. Like I said, these white supremacists gonna come out in drones, like opportunity. And like I said, when they say, "Hey, man, I believe I got attacked," and like I say, the police already don't give a shit anyway. But all they gonna do is think about, remember that dude from Empire? That's gonna be the first thing that come out their mouth. Because you know, with us, we are never allowed to live down our mistakes. It's always forever thrown in our face. So I'm just telling you what's gonna happen. But if in fact that's true, this is a career changer for this dude. His career may be over. His career may be over. And ain't nobody gonna fuck with him. I'm out.
All right. That was Town Biz. So I'm gonna play another video of his. This one's talking about the incident with the football player and his white fiance and the whole toasting to mixed babies or light-skinned babies incident.
Over, I guess, a video.
Hold on.
Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right. This is NFL player Jaleel Ade. And he's been under fire the past few days because he made a comment over, I guess, a video he put out basically toasting to his white woman and more light-skinned babies. You know, if you wonder why a lot of people think so less and so low a black man, is because of dudes like him. Look, if you were a white woman, you know, that's fine, but you don't have to take a shot at black women when you make remarks like this. Now, black women, I'm gonna get to y'all in a minute because I'm gonna have to call some of y'all out on y'all hypocrisy. You know, real talk. I'm not cool with what this dude said, but you know, at the end of the day, there's always one that's gonna say stupid shit like this. This dude's a fucking moron. And he's a high-powered, high-level, fifth-degree coon for saying some shit like that. We have a serious problem with colorism, and for him to even say something like that is just very disrespectful and shit. He's an idiot, and he disrespecting his mama, and this is a dude that has serious self-hate issues. You know what I'm saying? It goes into what Nick Cannon was saying, like, you know, when you get white women, you reach a level of completion in your life. You know, because we've been made to think that white is always right, no matter what the situation is. Now, don't get me wrong, fuck this nigga for what he said, because at the end of the day, I'm proud of my black mother and my black father, and I'm proud to be black, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Like I said before, you got a lot of idiots out here trying to have an issue with black celebrating blackness and caring about one another, you know. You got these type of idiots. This dude is a fucking moron, and that's just the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always be team black, no matter what the situation is. But this dude got serious self-hate issues, and he's very insecure about himself, because that's the only thing you can't say, because this dude is coming across as a complete fucking idiot. Real talk. Now, I want to get to the black women, you know, the sisters on here that seem to be ripping this dude for what he said, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't want to name no name, but y'all the same ones that celebrate when y'all hear about black women being with white men. Y'all were the same ones celebrating Serena Williams being with a white dude. So how come y'all don't have that same energy when it comes to you know, black women being with white men. Y'all sit up there and say, well, that's because she couldn't find a good enough black man, and black men are hopeless and all this type of shit. I want to say this to the sisters. If you want us to defend y'all, y'all need to defend us. And y'all need to call spade a spade. Y'all need to call this out when y'all see black women with white dudes and shit, since you have such a problem with it. Or is it the fact you have an issue with black men being with white women? If you have an issue with interracial marriage, you should have an issue with it all the way around, full circle. Okay? Because then that makes you basically no better than the people that's, you know, pretty much cheerleading for this dude. But at the end of the day, man, this dude is pathetic with black men. Real talk. Y'all got to keep the same energy and shit. Y'all need to be just as much appalled when you see a black lady with a white man. So I'm just keeping it 100, man. Keep the same energy. Anyway, I'm out.
All right. So now the next thing I'm going to do is, hold on. I'm going to put in a link to his channel. Also look for the link to his channel in the description box and comment section. All right. Let me click off real quick. Now let's get on to our next individual. This is World Breaker Fighter. So we're going to play one of his videos. Let's see. All right, I'm going to do this one.
Good morning to you guys. This is World Breaker Politics Worldview. World Breaker Politics Worldview. Guys, I want to kick my shots out to everyone that votes, everyone that's concerned about their communities, society in general, and living a better life. I wanted to touch on the Kamala Harris situation really quickly. I just got through reading an article that was talking about Kamala Harris being an AKA. They were mentioning how the AKA represents over 300,000 women, or 300,000 women who are involved with the AKAs nationwide, and how they are pretty much the front runners when it comes to gaining the vote in the black community. I've noticed since the moment Kamala Harris decided to run or announce her run for office, man, this lady's been she's been onslaughted by a lot of anti-Kamala Harris. I won't say propaganda, but just they're bringing a record out. You know, she's facing a lot of obstacles, it would seem, in the black community. And based on what I was reading in this article, it may be a upward mobility branch of the black community versus poor black people in the country. You know, the word is getting out one way or the other about Kamala Harris. It's going to be up to you to decide what you want to do. Me personally, I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I'm one of those people. I really don't get into the thing politically until a lot of these candidates are winnowed away and you have your real primary base. That's usually after the Iowa caucus. You get a lot of those people that get pushed off they get pushed off the table. So if she can make it through Iowa, I'll probably be looking at her a little bit more seriously versus the rest of the candidate panel. But until then, you know, let these people run. Let them do what they do. Yeah, her record as a DA and as a state attorney should be under scrutiny. But you know, when you start calling out people's blackness and this and that, to me, that's uncalled for. Politics, man. Look at people's politics. Look at what they bring to the table. Because no matter what background you are, politicians will not make you happy. If you're buying into politicians because they run on the issues that you believe are pertinent to your life, you're smoking crack. I'll be honest with you. You pick the candidate that's the best possible choice for you. Because most likely they're not going to do anything for you. You know, I'm not married to anybody. I'm not married to a political process. I just don't roll like that. But also at the same time, I don't see the need to attack this woman yet. If you're really against her. I really don't. See if she makes it through Iowa. Okay? See if she makes it through Iowa. That's when if you have animosity or political animosity or just think she's the wrong person, let them get to Iowa. Let them see if they can generate money. Let them see if they can do certain things. You got to be able to get there or get through it in order to continue. So there are a lot of candidates in the Democratic field. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of candidates in the Republican field. It probably should be. But when it's all said and done, the classes, and I'm talking about economically, because Black people have a large middle class percentage-wise, and that middle class can be split down the middle. You have people for this woman, people against this woman. Ultimately, the poor are very important. Poor African Americans. So, the way I see it, man, it's a little too early to start the anti-Kamala Harris campaigns that I'm seeing. But again, it's just my opinion. There's a lot of people that do a lot of different things that aren't good, but you still vote for them. That's the hypocrisy of politics. People historically vote Democrat, and Democrats have shown that things that they've done haven't benefited my group, not in my opinion. Show me, and I'll point out a counter all day, every day. But guys, this is World Breaker Fighting. Otherwise, in this case, World Breaker Politics, World Breaker Worldview, coming to you direct. Shout outs to everybody that just wants to live a better life. Peace.
All right, that is World Breaker Fighter. He gets into the situation about the Kamala Harris situation. Now let's see if we could find a boxing video where he talks about, well, according to this, most of his stuff is live streams. So maybe this might help.
This is World Breaker Fighting coming to you direct. Shout out to the entire boxing and fighting communities. We're up in the house and we are working, baby. Now, let me get into this real quick. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 2 will be at the Barclays Center in New York in May. The rematch is on. We're very, very excited about that. This is highly anticipated, probably the most anticipated match of the year. And I'm definitely ready to see it. I hope you're ready to see it too. A lot of people have a lot of emotional investment in this fight. And so I can't wait to see a spectacular again. The last fight was very exciting, very on edge of your seat type action. And so I'm looking forward to it in the second fight too. I'm looking to see an improved Tyson Fury, who was well improved in the first fight. I'm also looking to see a heavier and more improved Deontay Wilder, a Deontay Wilder that listens to his corner. So if all of these things happen, man, we could be up for something gorgeous and just awesome. Also, got to talk about the failure so far of the Dillian White Anthony Joshua fight at Wembley on April 13th. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like they've moved on to offer Gerald Big Baby Miller a fight for June. They have submitted an offer sheet to Miller's team. If they do make this fight, it would be in Madison Square Garden. And so, it just looks like Barclays is getting all the best fights. Madison Square Garden is kind of playing second fiddle in the last year. So this is kind of how, to just touch on the Anthony Joshua Miller situation. Why aren't you fighting Luis Ortiz? Why aren't you fighting Luis Ortiz? Why aren't you fighting Luis Ortiz? Why are you not fighting Luis Ortiz? I don't get it. Gerald Miller hasn't earned that. He hasn't earned that. But this can also be a dangerous fight for Anthony Joshua. Gerald Miller has the highest work rate in the heavyweight division. He's a big dude. He can lean his weight on Anthony Joshua, something Anthony Joshua may not be prepared for. But given how Gerald Miller has fought, I don't know if he's going to do that. But it is a possibility if his trainers are astute in that manner as far as putting some pressure on Anthony Joshua. At the end of the day, your American debut is here, Anthony Joshua. You still are not seeking the best. Luis Ortiz is sitting out there like a sore thumb. Everybody calls out his name, but no one sends him my offer sheet. Luis Ortiz is who you should be debuting against, in my opinion. And I'm giving my opinion on this one. Luis Ortiz, you have all the advantages against Luis Ortiz, Anthony Joshua. You have all the advantages. Yet, you don't want any smoke with the guy. So again, you can't get better if you're not facing better competition. And so it lends credence to what I've always said. Paper champion. I have to call it as I see it. Gerald Miller, okay, easy fight. I won't say necessarily an easy fight, but it's on the easier side for Anthony Joshua. He has advantages there. But a challenging fight, a fight that would get people noticing, is the Luis Ortiz fight. But I digress. At the end of the day, the most important thing for the Anthony Joshua Gerald Miller fight is promotion. The zone is horrible at promotion. The zone is not doing what they're supposed to do. I don't know if it's in the budget. I don't know what it really is. But when most people are finding out the zone card a couple of days before it happens, when arenas are at 20 to 30% capacity on fight cards, like it was in Houston at the Toyota Center this past Saturday, it's not good business. It's not good business. Something has to change. Something definitely has to change. And with company, people act as if the zone is this revolutionary product. It's not. Showtime has had it out. HBO has had it out. There's nothing that the zone has done that American networks haven't done before. The zone has just had a great advertising push initially. Now they're floundering. What would kill the zone in a lot of places would be if Amazon, Hulu, or Netflix jumps into the boxing game. And honestly, Hulu has an inside track. Hulu definitely has an inside track because they're owned by 3 networks. The 3 networks are partners in Hulu. So, and one of those networks is Fox. So you could possibly see PBC on Hulu as well, on replay, maybe even live, because Hulu does have a live version. I want people to understand And the reason I deviated a little bit on this is the fact that these platforms can shoot the zone in the head with but a thought. So the zone needs to step it up. The zone needs to get some more investment capital from whoever's investing in them, and put it out there. Get the best, sign the best. You've overpaid for C-level talent. Now it's time to go for broke on A-level talent. Now it's time to go for broke on spectacle, because you don't have anything left. The Anthony Joshua fight, from this point of vantage in January, I don't see them selling out MSG at all. That's a bad look. That's a bad look to supposed #1 boxer in the world, according to the UK. And again, this is not critical of anybody, but it's observation. It's honesty. And sometimes honesty hurts, but honesty is real. And I'm gonna always be honest, and I'm always gonna put it like I see it. Guys, this has been World Breaker Fighting. Kind of deviated a little bit, but I wanted to get into that, touch on all those subjects. I will be back with another video very soon. Peace. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. And come on back. This has been World Breaker Fighting, coming to you direct. Shout outs to the entire boxing community. Peace.
All right. So that is World Breaker Fighter. So everyone, make sure you go look, and if you watch the replay or something of this live stream, look for in the comment section or the description box. And then also here in the chat room, the link, this is going to be the link to his channel. Look at all the different links that are currently in the chat room of all the different people we just talked about. So, check them out, subscribe to them. So, yes. All right. Let's see. First, let me click off my screen, and this individual. All right. Here's our next individual we're going to talk about. So this one's a female member by the name of Beverly Rose Boxing and Entertainment. So let's see. What video should we talk about? Or should we play of hers? All right. We'll do this one. Hold on.
It won't stick. Like, that's the thing. It won't. I have a car mount, and
Hold on. Let's do this one. The basic, most of her stuff is live streamed.
Tracy Sean said, I am a streaming king. I will be streaming everything. The zone is fine with me. I would never pay for it.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find something else. Okay, this is gonna talk about a fight she just already watched. So we'll do this one.
Oh, I'm so excited right now. I'm so excited. I am so happy. I am so happy. I am so excited. Oh my God. Oh my God. We got an undisputed champ. Let me exit all these tabs out. Let me go here and pull up a new chat. What time is it? I got to get out of here at probably 6:30. First here. Hey, Aziz Bellu. Hit the like button on your way in. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me go here. Click here a second. Hey, Bracy. OMG. That Acorn sounded. There we go. Okay. Let me go here. I am so excited, y'all. Oh my God. Let me edit this. Oh, I already got it. Okay. Now I'm gonna edit this, put some tags in here on this one right now. Hello. Hi. I said that. I want to hear that in your German accent. Hallo? Is that how you would say it? Is it hallo? Or did I get it wrong? I probably got it wrong. Let me go here. You might want to replace your shift. I can see you going far. You're going far. Yeah, I know. You know what? I actually had an interview. Hi, AB. Hi, Basil Lomachenko. Uso looked like a big version of Lomachenko for real. Yeah, they had the same dance trainer. But I actually had a job interview to work at this college as in the kitchen at a college, and I'll be working, if I get the job, which I hope I do. Oh my God, I hope I do. I'd be working Monday through Friday, and I'll have the weekends off. So that means the weekends I can cover fights, which I really want to do. I really, really want to do it so bad. But let me edit this towards the body. But Usyk did make good adjustments. He also.
All right here.
He also landed some good shots to the body, to the liver, and to the hip. He was playing a little dirty, which you do what you got to do when you can't when you don't match up in the skill in terms of boxing skill and ring IQ, which was slowing him down. It was actually slowing him down, slowing down Usyk. I think if he would have kept towards the body, but Usyk did make good adjustments in terms of pivoting off, and I don't know, Gassiev just plants his feet too much. You know, he plants his feet a lot, and he doesn't cut the ring off laterally. So that was a huge issue. All right. Put that there. Okay. But yeah, good night. It is, I don't know how to say that. I don't know military time in Germany. I'm guessing that's really early in the morning though. Have a nice day. Oh, thank you. I'm going bed. I'm going bed. Bye, Bev. Hopefully, see you next weekend in White versus Parker. Yeah, hopefully. I like to see Usyk versus Andrew Tabiti if Usyk remains a cruiserweight. Okay. I have to check him out. I'm not really good with names. What I do mainly, and I say this all the time, but you're new here, so my main thing is I see a fighter in Middle Europe. Okay, what time is that? Like regular time? I don't know. 30 o'clock. I'm sorry, I don't know that time. I could Google it, I guess. Yeah, I'll Google it. 30. 129 in Latvia. Hey, that's my Latvian guy. Did I say that right? Latvian?
I think I'm gonna stop from here.
Latvian.
Oh
yeah.
But I guess this is her channel, so I'm just gonna put her link. Then also make sure you check, because I bet this is just mostly live streams and stuff like that. So I'm gonna click off. I'm gonna go on to our next individual. Let's see, let's do this individual right here. So this is Retro Boxing Documentary. So we're going to play his recent video about the Andre Ward situation.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Blood Boxing. I'm back on the road again, and I was just listening to a very good listen from Fanon the Don. So I'm responding to another Fanon video. I guess you could call me a troll. Nah, Fanon knows I'm not a troll, man. But he said some stuff in that last video, well, in the video that I just heard, that I totally agree with 100%. He was talking about Andre Ward, okay? Yes, Andre Ward has received a lot of heat, man. And I'm going to tell you, I made a video on it a few months ago, and I took the video down because there was a lot of negative energy on that video, you know what I'm saying? So I figured I'd make another video talking about this. First of all, I want to say that Andre Ward, man, he's a stand-up guy. I respect him a lot. I respect him in and out the ring. He took the Super 8 tournament. He won it. He took tough fights. He took the tough rematches, like Fanon said. He even beat the hell out of Kovalev, and a lot of us got a lot of satisfaction out of that because of Kovalev's stupid picture that he put out. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. And then the way he treated his trainer. Whether you guys think his trainer deserved it or not, I don't think his trainer deserved that kind of treatment. I'm talking about Jackson, okay? Andre Ward is a great father. He appears to be a great husband, too. And when I see Andre Ward, I don't see a guy trying to bring off any kind of negative energy. I see a positive brother. Now, I have a problem with a lot of these guys who finger point in the social media community, on social media altogether, all right? There's a lot of finger pointing from people, a lot of people pretending to be shit that they're not. A lot of these guys who will go out and call somebody like Andre Ward and Uncle Tom or Coon and all of that. Most of those guys are hypocrites. In fact, I believe like 95% of them are hypocrites. That's just my opinion on it. I'm coming to find out that a lot of people blow a lot of smoke, all right? It reminds me of this video that I had watched. I saw this guy, I guess he was claiming he had a boxing channel or something, but he took it upon himself to discredit Colin Kaepernick and say that, why is this white man speaking for us, he said. You have all these dark brothers in the NFL, and you let one of them go out and represent us. And that's the problem with you brothers, is that you always let one of them go out and represent for us. And see, the minute he said that, I started looking at some of his other videos because I wanted to see what he's done for the community. Not one video with him even talking about a contribution that he's made to his community. Nothing. Just another opinionated motherfucker who's probably weak. All right? Because I see weakness in this guy. I saw weakness in him. And that's why I don't follow nobody online who talks about those type of issues. I don't follow anybody. I can acknowledge great leaders of the past who didn't have anything to do with social media, who are actually great leaders out there, but I'm not going to follow their full doctrine. Because somewhere within their guidelines, they're going to have something that in order to meet their requirement of what it takes to be a black man, it doesn't work for me. So I could acknowledge people. I could acknowledge people who have knowledge. I'm not going to go and read some guidelines from a century ago or longer and try to live by them guidelines and them standards. I'm not going to do that either. Andre Ward is a man of God, okay? Me personally, I have not walked into a church since 1995, okay? I don't believe that there's a God up in the heaven and that there's a devil down below and all of that kind of stuff. Life is complicated, all right? I mean, this shit that we're living right here on the planet Earth, this shit goes on and on. This shit is infinite, man. All right? There's other big stars out there that got planets around them. You think that there ain't other motherfuckers living over there? Me personally, I think that when we're done here, that's it. I do acknowledge that there's some kind of a higher energy, and I'm not saying that there isn't a God. I'm not saying, I just don't think that whatever the higher force is what they want to make me believe that it is. I don't believe that. So, you know, that's a whole different video, which I'll never go into any of that. That's for me to keep to myself. I'll discuss that, you know, with people in my real life, which I do have those discussions with my siblings and things like that. That's not even for YouTube. I thought that Andre Ward had got a bad rap by a bunch of opinionated people who are, you know what gets me about this whole thing is that Andre Ward is mixed, okay? You have people out there who would discredit Kaepernick, who's mixed, but then they'll give credit to Ward and accept him as a black man. They can't even decide who they want to pick and choose as a black man and who's not a black man. We do know one thing, though. White people don't see none of them as no white guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm light-skinned myself. Both of my parents are black, though. I know where my light skin comes from. It comes from my mother's father, who's from Lebanon. Okay, so I'm Middle Eastern, too. I have some Middle Eastern in me. I don't even know that side of my family. I'm just starting to get to know some of them. Okay? Most of them are over in Lebanon. My grandfather must have really had a thing for black women because he has children with other black women too. He had, well, you know, he's gone now. I never did meet him. But being on the light skin side of the coin, sometimes you do have to prove yourself a little bit more. It's just the way it is. I'm not telling you nothing that's a lie. All right? If you're a dark-skinned brother, you probably might not understand it. But sometimes we do have to prove ourselves a little bit more in our community. Whether it be getting in a little bit more fights than some other people, you know, because, you know, I have brothers who are dark-skinned. And I had to put up with more than them because, you know, I was light-skinned. And I guess that there are some brothers in the hood and stuff felt like, you know, if you light-skinned that you're a pretty boy or whatever the case may be. So You know, I'm not really sure what path Andre Ward had to walk. I'm not sure what he had to face in his life, but I'll tell you what, I think he turned out to be a pretty good brother. I'm not sure what happened to Timothy Bradley, because you have darker brothers sometimes who are more unsure about themselves than some of the light brothers, okay? Maybe it took a light-skinned brother like Kaepernick to open that can of worms, okay? Maybe it took a light-skinned brother like Ali to do some of the things he did, but I don't think it had really nothing to do with these guys being light-skinned. It's the connection to their people. And you guys are going to try to destroy the connection they have with their own people by saying that, you know, Kaepernick ain't no real brother and all of that. I ain't hear nobody saying that about Ali, though. I know that Ali, both his parents was black. But if you look at his light skin, somewhere down his line, something happened. Some of the dark-skinned brothers, they face the same issues. I don't want to get too deep into it because I don't really talk about that kind of shit online. But when I first talked to Timothy Bradley, I talked to Timothy Bradley years ago when I was on a podcast. We did a podcast one time where we invited Timothy Bradley and Nate Campbell. It was me, a Mexican guy, 97 Rough, and the two brothers, Nate Campbell and Timothy Bradley. And the discussion was, does Manny Pacquiao avoid black fighters? And when I had that discussion with Timothy Bradley, one day I'm going to ask 97 Rough for that interview, because we did the interview. But when I had the discussion with Tim Bradley back then, he had good stuff to say. I don't know what happened in between now and then.
All right. So that was retro boxing documentaries. I'm gonna put the link to his. Hold on. So y'all can check his channel out. First, let me do this. All right, so if y'all want to check his channel out, also check the replay or check on the description box and comment section, or just one of them. You'll find his channel. All right. Next, we're going to do this one. All right. We're going to do this one called BFTB, which is Best Fight the Best. As soon as I can get all right, so this one is Best Fight the Best. So I'm gonna pick one of his videos. So let's see here. All right, we're gonna do this one right here.
BFTB, Best Fight the Best. I read an article about how Adrian Broner is meeting up with Al Heyman and how Keith Thurman might be the ideal opponent, you know what I'm saying, for Adrian Broner next. And I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but it's not something that I'm going to be looking forward to see. I mean, I don't have a problem with any man either, but yeah, I mean, I understand there might be and it seems as if Like Keith Thurman is a whole bitch. You know what I'm saying? He's a whole coward, but he's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? He's smart enough to realize fighting Spinks right now would end his career. He's smart enough to realize fighting Bud Crawford would expose him. You know what I'm saying? So he's not really trying to fight any of those guys. So fighting an Adrian Broner right now seems like a logical step for him and a logical step for AB, to be honest, because this nigga Thurman was talking shit about him anyway, so they can have some little bit of backstory. But the problem that Keith Thurman's going to have, like AB is not going to have a problem with this fight. AB is not, and I'm not talking about having a problem like with a chance of winning or something like that. Nah, I'm not talking about that. I don't think he's going to beat nobody. But I think he'll always be in a fight. I just don't think he's going to beat anybody that he's in the fight with. I'm saying AB is not going to have a problem as anybody saying, oh, this is a cherry pick, or no one's going to say that when it comes to AB fighting anybody. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Keith Thurman's going to get a lot of backlash if he tries to fight Adrian Broner. He's going to get a lot of backlash. He's getting a lot already. He's going to get a lot more. Like, you are fighting Adrian the Problem Broner. Even if you're not, I mean, if that is the talk, it's not like it's nothing official yet, but that is the rumor that Keith Thurman is going to be fighting Adrian Broner. Bro, like, man, I look at Keith Thurman and I'm just like, dude, like, you're so full of shit, man. You're so full of shit. It's unreal, dude. It's unreal how much full of shit this dude is. Like, you welcome Danny Garcia. You have no problem with welcoming Danny Garcia. None. I'll gladly welcome Danny. Danny Garcia is moving up, so I'll gladly welcome Danny Garcia to the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? You have no problem with doing that. None. But when it comes to Terrence Bud Crawford, that welcome mat gets pulled away. You have no welcome mat for Terrence Bud Crawford. But yet, all of a sudden, well, you know, I consider Adrian Broner a welterweight. I consider him. Who gives a fuck what you consider? Adrian Broner does not have a title. He does not have a belt at 147. So your consideration. See, this is the reason why I have a problem with the sanctioning bodies and undisputed being better than lineal. This is another reason right here. You have a guy in Keith Thurman who has one of the recognized sanctioned belts. Those belts. Keith Thurman has one of those belts, right? You have Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, who also have one of those recognized sanctioned belts. But you have a whole ass nigga like Keith Thurman, who is talking about, well, listen, I recognize Adrian Broner, you know, as a welterweight, but I don't recognize Terrence Crawford. He hasn't impressed me. Like, what? This is one of the reasons right here where I have lineal over undisputed. Right here. This is one of the reasons. No, fuck that. I am the man. It doesn't matter if you say, oh, well, I got an 0 and I ain't afraid to let it go. No, fuck that. Lineal does not matter if you have losses. Don't matter. There's matter of fact, just about every lineal champion. If you look at, I'm almost done. Like I said, I'm almost done my middleweights. Just about every lineal champion, it's in the 90 percentile. In the 90 percentile of lineal champions have a loss or losses. A loss or losses before they were a lineal champion. A loss or losses before they were a lineal champion. So in a 90 plus percentile, there's only been a few that have been lineal champions and were undefeated. Only a few. It's in the 90 plus. So when you got whole ass niggas like Keith Thurman talking about how he recognizes Adrian Broner
as a welterweight when Adrian Broner has no title. But that is a fight that is being rumored to be in the works. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner and Keith Thurman, rumored to be in the works. You know what I'm saying? If Keith Thurman can't get the Manny Pacquiao fight. If Keith Thurman can't get the Manny Pacquiao fight, then the rumor is Keith Thurman and Adrian Broner. But you don't have a Keith Thurman and Errol Spence or a Keith Thurman and Terrence Crawford. You don't have those being in the rumor to be going on next. You don't have those in the rumor to be going on next. But you expect me, a fight fan, a diehard, to have undisputed over lineal. Fuck that. There's just shit like this that makes lineal even more important. That makes lineal stand out more and more and more over undisputed. More and more and more. More and more and more. Like, man, how can a fighter, a champion, you know what I'm saying, this whole ass nigga Joshua, talking about, well, listen to the sentence I'm about to make. When they're telling Deontay Wilder that he is not worth a certain percentage to make a fight happen, saying that a champion is not worth a certain percentage devalues the worth of undisputed. It devalues it. It devalues undisputed. These stupid fucking weirdo AJ dick riding fans devalue undisputed. So for all these fuckboys coming at us now talking about, oh, well, tell Deontay Wilder to take the 40%. Tell him to take it. Tell him to take this and tell him to take that. If you guys care about undisputed. Now, I'm starting not to care about undisputed. I am starting not to. It is Anthony Joshua and motherfuckers like Anthony Joshua and Keith Thurman are devaluing undisputed. They are devaluing it. They are devaluing that title. Talking about what a champion is worth. Oh, well, just bring what you're worth to the table. He's a champion. He is a champion. If you are sitting here talking about how much undisputed is worth, how much undisputed means, then how can you tell another champion that you are not worth this amount of money? You are not worth this percentage. And then expect undisputed to be worth something. You fucking clowns. You stupid motherfucking clowns that are talking about how much a champion is worth are devaluing the worth of undisputed. You are devaluing it. You can talk about how much a voluntary is worth. You can talk how much a mandatory challenger is worth. You can talk about that. You can do that. You can talk about that. But if you are not willing to pay for another champion to unify, if you are not willing to break bread, if you are not willing to fucking step out of your normal greed when it comes to undisputed, you are devaluing undisputed. You are devaluing it. You are saying that belt that can make me undisputed, or those belts that can make me undisputed, are not worth it. So since they are not worth it, I am going to not give a 50-50 split, a fair split. A fair one. I'm not going to give a fair one. And now, and this is the whole shit with Joshua, is he had the opportunity to get an unfair split with Deontay Wilder many times. An unfair split. He could have received the lion's share many times and turned it down, only to concede now when he is irrelevant. He devalued undisputed in a greed way. In a greed way. A financial greed way. Anthony Joshua devalued undisputed. Keith Thurman's whole ass is devaluing undisputed in a fear way. In a fear, an absolute fear way. He is devaluing undisputed. It's a disgrace. You listen. They don't say this fighter or that fighter is the baddest man on the planet in their division or period. They don't say that for no reason. They don't say that because you strategically picked and choose. No. You don't say because you strategically pick and chose. No, they say that because you beat everybody. You beat the ones that they thought were the baddest. You beat the ones that they thought was your best competition. Was the ones that we thought was going to beat you or had a chance of beating you. You went out and beat them. That's why you are the baddest man on the planet or the baddest man in your division. Or the baddest woman in your division if we're talking women boxing. But that's not what these whole ass niggas is doing. They are strategically saying, oh, well, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, he's got to bring what he's worth. No fantasy offers. You know, no fantasy offers. No 50-50. You know what I'm saying? None of that. You're not getting 50-50. You've agreed to $15 million. Now take that and come get these 9 belts. You know what I'm saying? Come get 9 belts. Or, well, you know, listen, you're not going to see me and Spence. You're not going to see it. It's not going to happen. Look, you'll see it down the line in the future, but you're not going to see it no time soon. You're not. Listen, I had an injury. I'm coming back. I'm getting back into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting some tune-ups. And that's another thing. And you know, shout out to my brothers in the Smoke City last night. Salute to all my brothers in the Smoke City Mobcast last night. Bro, I do not agree with taking light touches. I do not agree with it. That is another thing that devalues a lineal champion. I'm not a lineal champion, but an undisputed champion. It devalues it. And it makes lineal that much more important. That much more important. Because you got something to lose. Listen, if you are the lineal champion, right? And you fight anybody you fight, doesn't matter. Anybody you fight has the opportunity to be the man, the recognized man, period. The recognized man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody you fight. If you are a title holder, a champion, you know what I'm saying, fighting a tomato can, most of the time you have set.
All right, we're gonna stop
so
from here.
That's just a stay busy fight. You know what I'm saying? A stay busy.
All right, next we're gonna put link to his different videos. So all right, put the link here. I guess we might as well do this individual as well. This one is 7'8". I heard he's supposed to be one of like the leaders or the leader or one of the leaders. I'm not sure, but we're going to do his, check him out. So this is 7'8" Sports TVs. I'm going to pick this video instead. This is shorter. Well,
Sports TV here. Shout out to the LDBC, Lions Den boxing community. For those who don't know, now you know. All right, so the word on the street is that, of course, since Dillian White and Anthony Joshua fight is dead, Dillian White is pursuing a fight with Dominic Brazil. And according to the reports, Dominic Brazil seems to be interested in that as well. And they're targeting that fight for like April 20th. Okay, it's about time. I've been calling for that fight for a long time now. When you have two guys ranked in the WBC, Dominic Brazil being the WBC mandatory, and you have Dillian White being the WBC silver champion, ranked number 1. Okay, both guys feel that they should be mandatory for the WBC title to face Deontay Wilder. I never understood why these guys were beating around the bush instead of just fighting each other and getting to the bottom of the situation. This fight could have been done a long time ago, but Eddie Hearn was not interested in making the Dillian White versus Dominic Brazil fight when it could have happened. Eddie Hearn is always late to the party with what makes common sense. All right, the fans on the internet, we have been out here talking about this shit since forever, since last year sometime. We was on here talking about Dominic Brazil versus Dillian White. It makes sense. You two dudes fight. Y'all have a beef. Fight. And then the winner is the mandatory. Brazil called out Dillian White a long time ago to make this fight happen. All right? Eddie Hearn wouldn't allow the fight to happen. He wanted to put Dillian in there with fucking Derek Chisora and all these other weird-ass fights and shit instead of doing the fight for Dillian what makes sense. Okay, so now, if they make this fight, it's the right move, in my opinion. I'm glad that they're talking about it at least. And this will clear up a lot of things. It's a good fight. Two highly ranked guys for the WBC. That's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? So if Wilder defeats Tyson Fury, if he beats Tyson Fury clearly, then from there, Deontay Wilder will have the option. He can fight Anthony Joshua. Should Anthony Joshua get past Gerald Miller, and Anthony Joshua is willing to fight Deontay Wilder, if he's willing to step in there with Deontay, then that fight can happen. We can get that fight this year. You know what I'm saying? If not, then at least we'll get Deontay Wilder versus Dillian White or Dominic Brazil. And I think it's a good scrap because if Dillian White beats Dominic Brazil, now Dillian White has just made himself a legitimate opponent for Deontay Wilder. Now, he's already a legitimate opponent. I'm just saying, it really put some extra stank on it. You know what I'm saying? Some extra stanky sauce on the fight if he can beat Dominic Brazil. Because now it's like, Dillian has worked his way up. He's done everything he's supposed to do. Boom. Now you can get that fight, right? And it makes the fight more exciting. If Brazil beats White, now it's like, damn, Dominic Brazil, okay. Brazil then came back, after his loss to Joshua and did his fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Whoever wins this fight is a legitimate. They now become a legitimate opponent for Deontay Wilder. Okay, in a threat. See what I'm saying? So I respect it, man. The guys should go ahead and fight, scrap. And in the meantime, Anthony Joshua, his ass. I don't know what they're gonna do with Luis Ortiz. I mean, how long can this guy be ducked? How long can Luis Ortiz be ducked here? And everybody just cool with it. You know what I'm saying? What happened to all them videos? Remember all the videos? Ortiz, he's getting ducked. And Ortiz, remember all the fake Ortiz fans? And I told y'all, this is why I'm hated on YouTube. I told y'all way back then, I said, Ortiz, these people don't really love you. It's on video. I said, Ortiz, these people don't really care about you, bro. They're using you. They're using you because they want Deontay Wilder and you distracted so AJ can escape out the back fucking door. That's all it is. And that's exactly what happened. All them videos, the countless videos of everybody acting like they was big Ortiz fans. I've been Ortiz fan since, 1974 type shit. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, you don't see nothing. Only time you hear about Ortiz is from us, the LDBC. You know what I mean? We're the only ones bigging up Ortiz and saying he need a title shot. Right? See? It just goes to show you about these clowns, man. But anyway, that's my opinion on the matter. 78 Sports TV, shout out to the LDBC, and I'll holler.
All right. That was 78. So and here's his channel. So yeah. So we're getting through a lot of people tonight. So this is channel. Also make sure to check his channel in the description box, maybe comment section, especially if you're going through the repeat. So yeah, look at all the different links to all these different people's channels in the chat room. Check them out and see if you want to subscribe to them. Now, earlier someone mentioned this Smoke City Mobcast. So we're going to show that. Basically, they have a gathering where a lot of the LDBC members will gather together, or affiliates. So this is the thing they were talking about. One person was talking about. So basically, yeah, so these are all the, we're not going to play a whole live stream, but I guess, see, let's look at the examples. So basically, you see here, they're having a conversation.
You got it, man. Tell the people how they can follow you, bro.
This will take a moment. You guys can follow me at World Breaker Fighting on YouTube.
Earlier, we talked about him.
Fighting on Twitch. Come to the Twitch because we're going to be doing live streams starting 2/15/2019. February 15th, 2019. That's a Friday. We're going to be doing a YouTube and a Twitch per day, at the very least. One a day, each of those, starting 2/15/2019. So if you don't have a PlayStation, an Xbox, or a cell phone, you SOL. But if you do have those, you can just download.
All right, we're going to stop from there. So, and we know that they do it every Wednesday night or something. So click this link. So check out the Smoke City Mobcast. Click it off real quick. So yeah, that's where they do some of their gathering and stuff. And here is another link. Check out the links that's currently in the chat room. So let's see here. I guess we could do one. Let's do this next one. This is someone named KQKC Boxing, so we're going to pick one of his videos. So here it is.
Hey, what's going on? This is your boy KQ, KC Boxing. First, let me give a shout out to the LDBC and also to my new subscribers and all my subscribers. Now, yes, I will say where a lot of people won't say. First of all, Anthony Joshua fans pretty much are coming out the woodwork. Why? It's not because they know him, excuse me. It's because of me and who I'm affiliated with. And that's the LDBC, the Lions Den Boxing Community. And we are in line with them. And when you see someone that's prosper, doing the right thing, being honest, abiding by the rules, they have a problem with that. They will make up things. They will talk about you. They will make fun of you. Just like a smart girl in high school. They get nothing but straight A's. But the ones that get the D's and F's give her a hard time. And that's not acceptable at all. Anthony Joshua is not a known commodity or fighter over here. They can't even say his name correctly. They say Anthony Johnson. And that's due because of allegedly some payouts from Eddie Hearn and some payouts allegedly from DAZN. See, in this sport of boxing, the sweet science, in America, you have to make your name known. You cannot sit around and wait for things to happen. You have to make things happen. Now, if you're successful or not, you are making things more than what they are. Now, another reason why I came to make this video is due because of the LDBC. I mean, we get Anthony Johnson, his fans, and why they choose to be his fan all of a sudden. They don't know his record. They don't even know who he has fought. They don't know how he has lied. They don't know how his promoter has lied. They don't know how he has dumped Deontay Wilder. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. They don't know that Deontay Wilder received a contract with shit on it. Yeah, everything on that motherfucking contract besides the fighter who he's fighting. Like I said, just like when your mother and father didn't have enough money in the bank, they sent the check off to the water company, but they forgot to sign it, they say. So, to buy time, the water company sent it back, and they had to send it back with press signatures. That bought them a little time and a little bit. So, what they do? They hate on the LDBC. They call the LDBC racist. We're not racist. We're far from being racist. And sure, you got some fighters like Andre Ward, you know, they say, I'm not pro-black, I'm pro-American. No. That's not true. See, like Kovalev. Now, at least he's upfront about his feelings towards minorities. I can respect that. Now, if the LDBC was about race, hey, I can accept that also because they want to see their race do good. But that's not the case. It's a many LDBC channels. Some have mixed girlfriends. Some have 4 wives. So please don't get it twisted. And please don't listen to the naysayers out there. Because the LDBC, we doing everything correct. We doing everything in moderation. We taking our time setting up this, setting up that. After all said and done, the LDBC will have every member over 1,000 subs. Once I make 1,000, I'm going to help someone else make 1,000. Then him and me going to help someone. I'm sorry, excuse the tone, but I really apologize for that. I forgot all about that. But they will help, and that's a promise. I'm gonna help, they're gonna help, and so on and so on. Anybody that has over 1,000 subs or subscribers, we'll try to help out the next one. You know, show him how to pretty much present himself, present his channel, how to make his channel better and better views. That's what the LDBC does. We have people that are lawyers, doctors, PhD doctors. We even have photographers, journalists that go out to each fight. They have press passes, backstage passes. And now we get more fights this year. And more fights mean more money and more for his services. Floyd Mayweather will have more entertainment. We all seen the fight when Javante Davis came in to beat it. Thriller. It's close to midnight. Talking about my soul. Close your eyes. Yeah, we all know that. Yes, KQKC is talking in a very serious motherfucking tone. Because this shit is starting to get real. Why? Because we get more fights, we get more attention than the next person, and they get jealous, and they write about certain things, about certain issues. I don't have no doubt in my mind they write about barbershop conversations. But I'm glad that he forced himself to do that. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Because just because you cheer for Anthony Johnson, because you don't know who he is that your point of getting back at the LDBC just because we support the People's Champ, Deontay Wilder, and we support a true, hard-hitting, go-getter, Olympian, Earl Spence. So, Earl is ready, his coach is ready, and the people is ready. So let's stop the hating. Matter of fact, you might can learn something from the LDBC. I have. I have learned a lot. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help. In my book, it's not. I still remember the day that Fanon said, hey, KQKC, boy, he be self-promoting, you know. And I took that and I ran with it. You know, hey, I self-promote. And that's what I do. With no shame or nothing to be significant. But that's what I do. Okay? And I'm going to continue on doing that. The ultimate goal for the LDBC is to watch the fights, give a post-fight live stream, and we're going to see. So, with that, that's all I have for you. And hey, this is a serious note. No, every LDBC channel out there, be careful. Be careful with all these trolls. They're not lying when they say, well, we have somebody and they can't, and they don't even know. Oh, yeah, I caught that. I caught that very well when he said that. I'm not going to give him a shine down on my channel now. So, but with that, that's all I have. And peace and love to you. And one more thing. At 12 o'clock noon today, I will be having a special guest. We all are familiar with Punch Junkie, Smoke City Mobcast host, Junior the Truth. And that will be 12 o'clock East Central Time.
All right, so that's it for now. So hold on a second. We're gonna do his channel, put his channel link, and then we're gonna click off the screen real quick. So this is KQKC Boxing. So now, Lawrence, you said you had a channel. So you know what? We're gonna take a little break of doing some of the LDBC channels, and might as well just do your channel next. So first, we're gonna put KQKC. So let's look at your channel, Lawrence. Hold on a second. Can't do you like your big live streams. So this is Lawrence. Although he says he's not affiliated with LDBC, we're going to do his channel. So here's a boxing channel. Lawrence, if you're still here, just know that we can only do short videos, not no big long ones. Is there a particular video, since if you're still here, that you would like that for me to do? Lawrence, if you're still there, I was wondering if there's a particular video you would like us to do on your channel. Yeah, if the individual is actually there, they get to decide. Do the shortest one. Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to do, the shortest one. All right. So I'll do this one.
everybody. Welcome back to the Boxing. Okay, some late breaking news. You have Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller. It was agreed to. All the terms has been accepted. It's going to take place June the 1st or June the 8th. They're still working out the date. But the venue would be Madison Square Garden in New York. So I think Joshua will make his debut in the United States. This is not a big shot that this fight is being made, but I'm glad this finally got made. So we'll get some clarity in the heavyweight division because we already know Deontay and Tyson Fury is fighting the rematch. So I like the fight. I think it's good. It's always good when the heavyweight champion of the world is fighting. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's still a good look. So get some breaking news. There should be more news to come. They haven't set. They are not set on the date yet. It's either June the 1st or June the 8th. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in real quick. I'll be back with another.
All right. Thank you. So I'm gonna put your link to your video on here. So let me link to your channel, your overall channel. You're very welcome, Lawrence. And that's the link to his channel, so check it out. Later, Lawrence, I'm going to try to put your channel onto the description box and comment section. Now we're going to go back to the LDBC. They are the main topic. So someone mentioned Juice the Truth, Junior the Truth. So you know what? We're going to do him next. Just as soon as click off. All right, so let's see. Looks like most of this stuff is live stream. So yeah, I see a lot of live streams. All right, I'll do this one.
Man, I want to deliver a heartfelt message to the unified heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. What's up, world? What's the damn deal, man? This is Junior the Truth. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Really, truly appreciate it. At the conclusion of the video, please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the LDBC, that is Lions the Inbox community. Be sure you go visit that website over at www.ldbcsports.com. Create a profile while you're over there, man. It's absolutely 100% free. Also, every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, be sure to tune in to the Smoke City Podcast, presented by the Lions the Inbox community. The show airs live via the Smoke City Podcast YouTube channel, as well as streaming live via the LDBC mobile app. So download the LDBC mobile app, whether you team Apple, team Android. We have a free mobile app for you, so download that thing. Also, be sure to follow me everywhere via social media. I can be found with the handle Junior the Truth, JUNIORTHETRUTH. That's over all your social media platforms, man. Saw the title of the video, you clicked on it, you know what here, let's get to it. So I want to come in, man, and send this message out to Anthony Joshua, man, the unified heavyweight champion of the world. I know I rag on him a lot, you know what I'm saying, and I talk a lot of noise, you know what I mean, definitely, and I chat shit, as they like to say over in the UK, man. with regard to him and Deontay Wilder, you know, and you know, boxing and all that good stuff, man. With regard to, you know, AJ and his torpedoes and all that kind of stuff, man. I read them a whole lot. But I want to seriously, man, get in here and deliver a for real sincere message, man. You know, I'm starting this campaign to clean up my image, I guess, or some shit like that. So I really want to get in here, man, and just really talk to the young brother for a second. You know what I mean? And send him a genuine message. So I'll get right to it, man. Anthony Joshua, bruh, it's time, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It is really, truly time. It is time to, and it's time to come off the porch, dog. Feel me? It's time to come off the porch. It's time for you to get out here and get in the mix, man, and fight the best. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to fight the best fighters in the heavyweight division. It's time for you to do what you know you're supposed to do in your heart. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to do it, man. I know that there's, you know, a lot of advantages to, you know, fighting low risk, high reward fights. I know there are a lot of advantages to, you know, having your UK appeal, and you know, there's a lot of advantages to being a unified heavyweight champ, so on and so forth. You know, some money's to be made doing that, so on and so forth. But I'm gonna tell you two things. The first thing is those monies that you make, gallivanting around, man, being a title holder or unified title holder, fell miserably to the money that you can make actually getting in there and actually fighting the best fighters. That money, you know, those endorsement deals and those little paydays that you can get fighting lower tier competition fails miserably to the money that you can make actually doing what you know you're supposed to do, which is fighting the actual best fighters, man, in the world. You know what I'm saying? The other fighters atop the heavyweight division. Secondly, man, it's having a really, really negative impact on your legacy, man, that you're gonna leave behind. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Just as a, you know, as a former athlete, as a man, you know what I'm saying. The thing that I do know about this, and this is whether you as an athlete, whether you know only play pee wee ball, or you know you end up being a Hall of Famer, you know, with a you know 30-year career, 25-year career in your respective sport. The thing about it is that you're going to retire one day. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing that you want, honestly speaking, is to retire with doubts in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Or to retire with regrets. You know what I mean? I want to be the person to tell you, man, that it is A-okay, you know what I'm saying, to get out there and compete at a high level, bro. It is okay to get out and take losses. It is okay, you know, to put yourself in a position to take losses. That's just the truth, man. And I mean, you know in your heart that you haven't done that. You know what I'm saying? You know in your heart what has been done to nurture your career, what has been done to build you up as a champion at this point. You know the strategic moves that have been made, and so on and so forth. You know that. I'm not. This message isn't for anybody else, man. This is not for any you know, Anthony Joshua fans or Eddie Hearn fans or any of my UK, you know, detractors or anything. I really don't. Honestly speaking, I really don't need anybody's comments. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, friend or foe, honestly speaking. I want this message to really, truly reach Anthony Joshua. Man, I want you to realize, bro, that you do not want to miss your era in boxing. Right now, this is your era. You do not want to miss your this era of boxing. You feel me? Just like I feel like this is Deontay Wilder's era. Deontay Wilder is maximizing. He's leaving no stones unturned. You know what I'm saying? He's leaving nothing to chance. And that's why he went out there and fought Tyson Fury to a draw. He's leaving those stones unturned. Coming off of fighting Luis Ortiz, coming off of fighting the mandatory in a fight in which the Luis Ortiz fight was canceled. Him fighting Romain Stavern. You know, Deontay Wilder is out here walking the dogs, man. And it's time for you to come off the porch, man. It really, truly is, bro. And, you know, the thing about it is trusting, you know, Eddie Hearn, Barry Hearn, trusting these people with your career. I mean, I know that they've gotten you to a certain point, but you've plateaued, man. You know what I'm saying? your earning potential is being affected dramatically. Money that you can make actually fighting is being impacted dramatically. The way you're viewed by boxing fans abroad, not just in the U.S., all over the world, the way you're being viewed by the boxing fans is being affected. The way that fans view you in your own country, bro. You know what I mean? The way fans view you in the UK is being affected, bro. It really truly is, man. It's time, bro. It's time. This April fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to go out and take a light touch. You don't need to go out and do anything other than fight one of those other champions, one of those best fighters atop the heavyweight division, whether that's Ortiz, whether that's Wilder, whether that's Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? You really need to have one of those fights, bro. And I'm just gonna tell you the truth, like I said. I rag on AJ a lot. I talk the game and shit, and I'm gonna talk some more because I like it. But you know, I want to be serious and issue out this message, bro. It's really truly time, bro. You know what I mean? It's time out for all the silly shit, man. Because you know the thing about you is your boxing career is going to be a flash in the pan, bro. It really truly is. It's going to be a flash in the pan within the sport of boxing. It's going to be a flash in the pan within the mushroom boxing company, man. It really truly is. Because when you're done, guess what? They're going to go find. It's going to be on to the next one, bro. It's going to be on to the next one, and they're going to, you know, people will pretend that they have your best interest. I'm not saying people. Eddie Hearn, Barry Hearn, pretend that they have your best interest in heart. They'll pretend like, you know, they're making moves that's in the best interest of your career, but it's not, man. You know what I mean? Anything that was in the best interest of if there was any one thing that should have been done in the best interest of your career, it would have been encouraging you to take that $50 million. It would have been not allowing you to leave that $50 million on the table. Just like what was done to Charles Martin when you guys offered him the money that you offered him for that title fight. His advisors would not allow him to leave that money on the table. Period. They would not allow him to leave that money on the table. And it's the same thing for you, man. I feel like anyone who has your best interest at heart would not allow you to leave the biggest guaranteed price in heavyweight boxing history on the table and not actually take that money. And you know you should have took that money. The people that are close to you that love you know you should have took that money. And you know it just is what it is. So I mean, it's really no more for me to say. You know, I'm not gonna get on here and call you all kind of cowards and suckers and chumps and say that you acting like a hoe and all that stuff like I usually do. I just want to send you a sincere, heartfelt message. You know, black man to black man. You know what I'm saying? Or man to man, or brother to brother, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? U-coat Yankee to red coat or blue coat or whatever the hell y'all was. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Man, bro, it's time, man. Because, like I said, you're gonna really truly miss your era. You're already at the point where you know your splash in the United States as a champion is already affected in a very negative light, very negative fashion, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to come off that script. You know what I mean? And look at what Dillian White is doing, man. Dillian White is a great example, bro. You need to come off that script and do what's best for you and do what's best for your family and your career. You have to take control of your own career, man. You can't allow yourself to be sat over there and used like a robot, because what's happening now is, you know, the people that you work with are finding themselves in the pickle with regard to, you know, that mobile app that you were not even supposed to be on. And now all of a sudden, you know, you're the prized possession and so on and so forth. You know, the prized bargaining chip for that app that you weren't even supposed to be on, man. And all of this stuff is done, you know, being done. And it's you know, I just feel it's not what's best for, you know, your career. And, you know, I know people say all the time, hey, what do you know? Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to tell you what I know. I know bullshit when I see it. You know what I'm saying? I've watched this sport a long time. I've seen people who've come along and done the things that they wanted to do in their career, made decisions that was best for their career, and I've seen them leave the sport wholly. And I also seen people who allowed other people to make decisions for them, who didn't come to the table, who didn't familiarize themselves with the business of the sport of boxing, who are not in on those, who did not come to the table and be in on those meetings when those deals were being fostered and so on and so forth, and they left the sport not holding anything. You know what I'm saying? They left the sport not holding anything. Got to a point where all they had was just their family and loved ones scraping and scrounging and pulling pennies together to take care of them. Don't want to fuck around and catch a break, man. You really, truly don't. So that's all I got to say, man. Really, truly appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in this video, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can, you know, all of my the family members, man, y'all can help me, you know, by getting this message to AJ, man. Just share the video. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't, like, comment, share, subscribe. Be sure to follow me everywhere via social media. I can be found at the truth. JUNILRTHUTRETH over all social media platforms. And tune in every weekday, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Via the YouTube channel as well as the LDBC mobile app for the Punch Junkie Morning Show, man. This is Julian the Truth signing off. I'm a high born player, man. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I gotta keep pushing, baby.
All right. And make sure you go to his channel if you haven't subscribed to. And here's the link. First, I'm going to click off the screen. And then gonna go here. And then I'm going to so that people will have a chance. All right, to go and subscribe to his channel. All right, now I'm about to wrap this up. But before I go, I'm going to share the screen to the page here that I'm doing the live stream in. And here it is. This, of course, is the third and final part. Now, some of these I've already talked about in the other two parts, or just some. I'll just, you know, you can check out all these channels, and then you can check some of them at previous videos, like part 1 and part 2, which are episodes 9 and 10. So this is the final chapter of the me doing the LDBC. I want everyone, especially those who watch the replay of this live stream, to share this live stream, share with friends, family, and fellow and subscribers, and to support these channels. These are all, I know there's more out there, but we can't do them all. When I'll start going back to do just regular videos and pick random people's channels, and some of them may be LDBC affiliates or actual members, and I could talk about them if I ended up missing out, talk about them on today's video. But yes, go to the description box and later in the comment section, whenever I get the chance to put them in the comment section, and subscribe to every last one of these people and channels. And then, of course, they have a website and even a mobile app, so make sure you do some research and check to see if you want to use them. So, but that's all I got to say. I'm about to wrap this up. This has been part 3 of Support These Channels and Platforms, LDBC. And I'm about to click off the screen here, and I'm about to head out. But that's all I have to say for now. Thank you for your time, and I hope to catch y'all in another live stream or video. Peace, everyone.